You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your fears. You are the architect of your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality. Every day, you have a choice. To dwell in doubt, or to rise in belief. To repeat the old, or to create the new. To be a victim of circumstance or a victor of choice. Your mind is a garden. What you plant grows. Plant seeds of courage, and you'll harvest strength. Plant seeds of clarity, and you'll harvest direction. But neglect the garden, and weeds will take over. Weeds of fear, weeds of procrastination, weeds of negativity. Pull them out, one by one. Place them with empowering thoughts. Thoughts that align with your vision. Thoughts that propel you forward. Remembering, repetition is the key. What you affirm daily becomes your belief, and your belief becomes your identity. So affirm this: I am disciplined, I am focused, I am unstoppable. Say it again and again, until it's etched into your subconscious, until it becomes your default mode. Because the world doesn't respond to who you are. It responds to who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is powerful, intentional, relentless. So take a deep breath. Feel the shift. Embrace the transformation. This is your moment. Your turning point. Your new beginning. Keep going. The journey has just begun. You are no longer available for the old story. The one where you hesitate. The one where you wait. The one where you doubt your own power. That version of you is over. It served its time, but you've outgrown it. Now, you write a new one. With stronger lines. With higher standards. With non-negotiable belief. Because that's what it takes. Change is not a whisper. It's a decision screamed through action. It's not what you think when you're comfortable. It's what you repeat when you're tested. Pressure reveals programming. And this is your new program. I don't flinch. I won't fold. I won't fade. Because I am not led by emotion. I am led by vision. Vision that does not ask for permission. Vision that does not beg for approval. Vision that builds silently, consistently, daily. You see, people wait. They wait for confidence. They wait for clarity. They wait for the right moment. But winners don't wait. They train. They prepare their mind like a weapon. So when life says, now, they're already walking through the door. No hesitation. No delay. Only decision. That's the man you're becoming. One who moves while others think. One who builds while others wish. One who finishes what others start. Because you've understood the law now. Thought becomes belief. Belief becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. This is not motivation. This is mental construction. You are building a new mental foundation. Brick by brick. Thought by thought. Habit by habit. And soon, it will be impossible for your old identity to survive. There will be no room left for it. Why? Because your new standards won't allow it. Because the man you're becoming has no interest in playing small. In living on autopilot. In thinking like everyone else. You've stepped into the role of a leader, not because someone gave you permission, but because you chose it. And that's the most powerful thing you'll ever do. A real leader doesn't wait for applause. He moves in silence. He builds when no one's watching. He repeats the same powerful thoughts until they burn into his subconscious, until doubt can't find a way in. This isn't about hype. This isn't about temporary inspiration. This is identity installation. This is full system override. Out with the old. In with what was always buried beneath the noise. The voice that says, I've got work to do. I don't skip reps. I do what's required, especially when it's hard. Now listen closely. Your old self will try to negotiate. It will say, take a break. It's not urgent. You've done enough for today. But you will recognize that voice now. That's the sound of comfort. That's the trap. And you're done falling into it. You're no longer seduced by easy. You are obsessed with becoming effective. There's a difference. Because comfort will cost you. It will steal your future inch by inch, and you won't even notice until one day, you look up and ask, how did I end up here? That day is over. You don't drift anymore. You design. You design your thoughts. You design your mornings. You design your emotional reactions. You design your direction, and design beats default every time. So, say it again. I'm not waiting to feel ready. I act because it's who I am. Follow through because that's my standard. And I show up because that's my identity now. You're no longer interested in potential. You're committed to proof. Not someday to. Not when it's easy, especially when it's not. Your mind is being trained. Just like muscle, repetition, discomfort, tension, recovery, then growth. You are in that process right now. And when this video ends, your new behavior begins. Not later. Now. Because the only power that matters is the power you act on. So take this mindset into your day. Take it into every task, every conversation, every challenge. You are not here to survive your life. You are here to build it. From the inside out. From the thought to the result. From the vision to the legacy. And that legacy starts now. You've built momentum now. Don't lose it. This isn't the time to pause. This is the time to lean in. Because resistance is a sign you're close. Close to a breakthrough. Close to the version of you that doesn't quit. Let that sink in. Men stop right when it gets uncomfortable. Right when their excuses start sounding reasonable. But not you anymore. You're not here to negotiate with weakness. You're here to confront it. Face to face. Voice to voice. And win. Because weakness doesn't go away on its own. It gets replaced by strength. By structure. By standards. That's what you're doing here. You're replacing old instincts with new instructions. You're not waiting for motivation. You're creating motion. And momentum follows motion always. That's the difference between change that lasts and motivation that fades. Motivation is a moment. Discipline is a system. And you are installing that system now. Look back for a second. Not to stay there, but to see how far you've already come. See that gap between the man who hesitated and the man who just kept going. That's the new standard. You're not trying anymore. You're training. You're not interested in results when it's convenient. You're executing daily because it's required. This is how change becomes permanent. Not by hype. By habit. By a new identity repeated and reinforced until it becomes your natural state. And here's the truth. You don't even need permission to do this. You just need to keep going. That's all. Keep waking up and deciding again. And the one who finishes. I am the one who doesn't stop. I am the one who was born for more. You're not chasing greatness anymore. You're living in alignment with it. You're stepping into it. Moment by moment, decision by decision. And every time you repeat this mindset, you drive it deeper. You code it in till hesitation can't survive, until fear has no room to speak, until your actions speak louder than any words. This is the you that gets results. That shows up even when the fire is gone, even when no one's cheering, even when the progress is slow. Because the progress is still progress, and you don't stop. Ever, you don't need hype anymore. You've moved past that. You've matured into discipline, into ownership, into execution, and now you lead. Not just in business, not just in goals, but in thought. And how you command your own attention. In how you choose focus while the rest of the world is distracted. You are not available for average. You've outgrown the habit of drifting. You have zero interest in being good enough, because good enough is the language of men who gave up on their edge. But you sharpen your edge daily, with your choices, with your habits, with your beliefs. You are not trying to feel powerful. You're choosing power on purpose. And that choice shows up in everything. How you speak, how you walk into a room, how you make decisions, how you refuse to fold. Let's be clear, this is not mindset for motivation's sake. This is mindset for domination. So you don't just handle life. You design it. You set the tone. You own the energy. You dictate the pace. You don't react. You create. And creation, it starts in thought, always in thought, before action, before movement. There is belief, the silent power behind every great man, the root of consistency, the seed of resilience. This is where your life is shaped. In the quiet. In the stillness. Where no one sees you, but you see you, and you decide again, I will not quit on me. Not today. Not ever, because every time you make that choice, the old identity fades, the weak voice gets quieter, the fake stories lose their grip, and the real you steps forward, the one who is clear, the one who is dangerous, the one who no longer apologizes for high standards, the one who lives with weight, with purpose, with fire. So let's go even further. Let's double down. Because you're not finished. You're just beginning. This is your identity now. Act like a winner, move like a leader, execute like a savage, and I repeat it daily, say it again, own it again, need it again. Because this is not just a video, this is your training ground, your mental gym, your command center, and every rep counts, every word rewires, every repetition rebuilds.